never walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? It's this Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. What's up, Fleece?
How you doing, my big brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How's your weekend so far?
Man, it was good. It was good. I have no complaints. Everything going good.
Oh, okay. Hold on for a minute. I done, All right. Man, I want to talk about something today. Start kind of getting more in depth in your childhood, because we always talk about what you did as far as the packing the 2 guns and all that stuff. You even broke it down to why you was doing it, why you started kind of doing it, trying to hide something. How does your siblings, they knew you was packing guns, I'm pretty sure. They didn't say nothing to you about this behavior?
Man, it's 7 of us in my family. We living in the projects. So we come from a country town called Lebanon, Kentucky. And in Lebanon, man, we didn't have running water, electric or nothing. Well in the backyard. We moved to the city of Louisville to have a toilet, a bathtub, all that shit. And so the projects is like project people. As far as I'm concerned, there's nobody I can think of. I done lived in a lot of communities, man. The best community I lived in was the projects, man. And them people was my people. But it was 7 of us in the household, and back then, ladies couldn't vote, and most ladies didn't have jobs. Men was really called upon to bring in the bacon, the money. And my daddy seldom did it. So there was always friction in the house. My mama didn't do all that cussing and screaming. I can't really, in all my life of knowing my mom, I can't remember one time I heard her cuss. And that's for real. Not one time I heard a cussing word come out of her mouth. But, she had faults too, I guess.
Do you think she was too nice?
No, my mama, back then, life was about survival, man. And so it's 7 of us, 4 boys and 3 girls. Now my sisters, at that time, they was in school. They making straight A's. And me, I'm not gonna sit there and watch my family struggle like this, man. When I know I can make a difference, I go out and rob something, for real. And so
that's why you was robbing, because you felt like your family needed it?
No, I was robbing for just to have something to do, for real. Something challenging, something that get your adrenaline flowing. It was too boring in the house to argue, getting whooped all the time and fighting your siblings and stuff, man. I'm gonna get out in the world and see what's out here. So when I started stealing and stuff, it just so happened, like I said, I had more heart than anybody else, right? I have never worn a mask. Ain't that something?
You mean while you was robbing?
Yeah, never. When I robbed crap games and drug houses, and I said, I'm going to take the dope and throw it away and keep the weed and the money. Anything else goes in right in the sewer. And I did it. And so I didn't care, man. When I put them guns on me, I felt like I was above the law. I'm ready to take on King Kong in Godzilla.
So you didn't, I mean, you do understand just because you got guns don't mean somebody can shoot you first, right?
I never even thought they even get an opportunity.
Why? What's gonna make?
It was just me, man. I just felt invincible, man. I felt like when I put them guns on, I didn't have worries about being shot, man.
Really?
No. Sometimes, I was doing a lot of fronting, but sometimes I worried, if I had a worry about shooting somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to do it. Cause I remember one time a friend of mine came out of prison. And that's what made me mad, man. He get out of prison, I give him a brand new 357 Magnum. And me and another guy, we take him one place and rob 2 places. And when I come out of the last place, it was some people that was trying to get our license number off the car.
Mm-hmm.
So I aimed the gun toward them and shot, right? But I had the gun cocked while I knew it was going to go over their head, but it looks like I'm shooting at them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to scare them off. Well, when we got to the place and was supposed to divide the money, me, Mr. Show Off, no, it ain't gonna be no dividing. I'm gonna give it all to you, bro. You just got out. Get your life together. So we gave him all of it. Well, when I ended up in prison, he was in there. And he was working out back where they make all the big money, and people said he had a store. I ain't got no money on my books yet. So I couldn't wait to see him, man. When he got out from work, he said, man, I saw you on the move sheet, man. Ran up there, gave me a hug, my nigga. So I'm smiling and stuff, right? What took that smile over my face is when I said, man, they said, you got a store? He said, yeah. I said, bring me something out. You got to pay like everybody else. When he said that to me, I looked at him so hard, man. I said, what? You got to pay like everybody else, man. It's hard in here, man. I don't get no money from the street. I work for what and I got stores and all that. I said, look, when I walk away from you, don't speak to me, don't say nothing else to me, period. I'll be ready to die, bro.
But you helped him out of the kindness of your heart, right?
Yeah.
That don't mean he owes you, though, do it?
Look, man, it's principle, man. When you live by code, man. We ain't living up on the doctrine of the Bible.
No, I'm just saying when you help somebody.
When we have somebody in the street.
Mm-hmm. When you go to prison, you won't help.
You remember that. You
Okay.
remember who helped you. That's the street code. Remember who helped you. And then he let me down, and we went to about out of that 40 years, about 18 years of not speaking, man.
Mm.
And by that time, I was running all the poker games, and I got all kinds of stores. I got the money. And he done lost his job back, So now, he's kind of down and out. And guess what? Come to me. But he sent somebody else to me to borrow some stuff out of my store, right?
Yeah.
And the guy told me that he sent it because he felt if he came himself, I would say no, right? But this is like 18 years later, man. I done grown up, man. I said, tell him, come here, man. So he came, he said, yeah. I said, what do you want? He told me, I said, here, man, I'm going to give this to you, man. You don't owe me shit, bro. I just wanted to let him know what type of person I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I ended it like that, man. You know, I gave it to him. I said, you can have it. You know, let him live with shame. You know, most of the people that try to dog me like that is dead now. Crazy. But,
Dead. You mean
this shit happens to him, right?
this shit, huh?
Yeah, you know, life, shit. You know, cancer, bad heart.
You know when you talk about this stuff, you got this like it's dead look in your eyes though. When you say stuff like that, your eyes, it's like a blank stare.
Yeah, I mean that's how I look at it, life and death, with a blank stare.
You was a killer. I can tell you.
No.
Yeah, I can tell.
No, everybody. I'm glad you brought it up right there.
You was a killer. I can look. Me looking in your eyes, right? See here, right there. Me looking at your eyes. You was a killer, man.
No, I have the potentials to kill like everybody else.
Is that what it is?
Name me one person that if they go home and find somebody on top of their child, or their mother, or their daddy, strangling them, and they had a weapon right there in their hand, would they kill them? Yeah.
I would just ask them to kindly remove themselves.
And so
you ain't gonna say nothing about what I just said?
What, being the killer?
I'll just ask them to leave.
Ask them to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's not a human emotion.
Right. So, okay.
And people...
We not talking about you coming in catching nobody on a family member.
I don't... Look, I love life. I love people. I understand life. I understand people now, right? Mm-hmm. At first, growing up, I didn't. But right now, I have an understanding, right? And so, could I kill? Definitely. Would I like to? No.
You wouldn't like to?
No.
Have you?
Have I what?
Have you played bingo before?
I'm like this though. I do what I gotta do. That's the time I done did a lot of stuff, and sometimes I tell myself, yeah, I did it.
You tell yourself you did it.
If I did something, I would tell myself, yeah, I did it, and I had a reason. It might not have been a good reason to nobody else, but it was to me, and that's all that matters to me. And if I don't feel your consequences or punishments from it, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, you know, without fear.
Do you still have nightmares?
No, I don't.
I know at one time you was having trouble sleeping.
Well, at one time I was scared to go to sleep because I kept having them, but it didn't have nothing to do with what it did. Well, you know, my evils, you know, my evils, if you do evil long enough, you're gonna meet it.
Yeah.
You're gonna come face to face with evil. And if you never knew fear, when you run into real evil,
mm-hmm.
you're gonna know what real fear is. And I ran into all of that. And so I'm like, I know what's out there. I know what's in the world. I know, and what I know, man, would sound like something out of a sci-fi movie. So I don't even want to even go there. People gonna have to see on their own. But I know what's in the world. I know the evils in the world. I know the spirits that get inside of people. Get in them. Actually get in them and control them. And then get them, when they do something real evil, it'll leave them. And they in their natural state. But I know these things, man. I done seen spirits in people. I got to the point one time that I told somebody in the penitentiary, if I had the power like a governor or a president or stuff, when I seen all that stuff, I said I would let nobody out of this prison. I would contain it right here. And that place was just getting infested with spirits at Eddyville prison, inside of people. Very deceptive, them spirits are. Very deceiving. If you ain't spiritually equipped with that type of knowledge on how to deal with that stuff, you ain't gonna know how to deal with it.
How many times did you wish you was dead in prison?
Never.
Not one time?
Never. I had this type of attitude. I used to always feel like the people that, I lived around people that try to commit suicide a lot, and I've seen them do it. And matter of fact, I assisted one day. I got tired of him. Keep on disturbing me. But I always felt
like... So you helped him commit suicide?
Well, he didn't. I tried to help him do it. Like, I'm next door to him, so he's showing off. He always take his little razor blades. He'll sneak one, and Johnson, I cut myself. It'd be a little straight. You get about 6 or 7 stitches. I learned through reading a book on Robin Hood that back in them days, Robin Hood was a real figure, for real. But back in them days, before they had penicillin and all that, how they treat certain viruses was they had a technique they called to bleed you. They would cut a certain vein and bleed out the virus, right? That's how, before they didn't have the medical technology we got today. So that's how they did it. So when I had that wisdom, I said, most of these dudes that is cutting themselves in her, they bleeding out impurities, right? So really, they ain't killing themselves. They really helping themselves and using that as a leverage to get their way in here, right? And so dude kept on, Johnson, I said, what? I want to cut myself. Will you help me? I said, help you what? Will you do it? I started smiling. I said, yeah, because I got a trick for him. So I already had a little rope in my cell that I used to fish stuff in. And it made out of a sheet. And it was a good rope, strong too. So I made a loop. I said, stick your arm around her. Come on now, stick it farther. I ain't gonna hurt you. I put that loop around his wrist and then snatched and tied it to the bar where he can't jerk it back. I said, now I'm sick of him. Now you want to know what cutting yourself is? I took that razor blade and said, we was out.
Hold on for a second. Now you see what you just Now you see what you just said you did?
Yeah.
Very easily, you took a razor blade and cut flesh of another man.
Yeah.
You don't think you're a killer?
No, I ain't. And then after that, he was hollering, the guards hollering, somebody's bleeding. So I went on and...
Cut him some more?
No, I cut it off of him, wiped my bars, flushed that in the
Cut what off of him?
The rope I had him tied.
That where you held his arm over, like you was cutting the hell out of him?
Yeah. I don't want
enjoying it?
Yeah. Hearing him scream, getting on my nerves. And
you don't think you crazy?
No. If you gonna do it right. And so when I did that, see, that's the thing you don't realize. When you get treated so bad in that prison, you become bad. You can become one or two things. A coward, just a
monster.
A monster.
You became a monster.
Yeah, I did. And so I cut him, and I wiped everything down, flushed it. And he said he did it. I said, what I'm gonna do? Walk over in his cell and cut his arm? No. So I didn't get charged with nothing. He got charged with inflicting bodily injury to himself. That was the category. Inflicting bodily injury to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they sold him up. Took him to outside the hospital. They had to pump blood. He stayed out there about 3 days. They pumping blood in him. He lost a lot.
And it didn't bother you at all?
No. And they put him right back over next door to me.
And what'd he say to you?
I said, hey, buddy, you all right? He didn't want to talk. He was quiet. I said, come over here. Stick your arm around here. He said, hell no. I started laughing. I said, why not? He said, you taught me a lesson. And guess what? He never cut himself again.
Oh, so you did your good deed.
I wasn't doing it as a good deed. I was doing it just to stop him from getting on my nerves. And, but you know, like, there was another time that, I remember the time I used to be scared of rats. You can see a rat the size of this bottle with a long tail. Them things, when they put me down in that dungeon, and them things with no mattress on the steel bed, and the bed got holes in it, going all the way across it. So if you laying out, sitting on the bed naked, you can feel a little lip or something come up and touch your butt, right?
A little lip?
Yeah, through the hole, like they trying to eat your ass, right? So I'm like, makes you want to stand up. So they said, child time. Put the food right there. I grabbed a tray without getting off the bed and just throw it in the hole. They come from under the bed, go out there and eat it. Mm-hmm. So they would eat my food 3 meals, man. I said, man, this is unconstitutional. But I'm in a system that didn't go about the law. When you living up under a system that don't go about the law, then you got to take the law in your own hands. So I said, okay. They won't even give me ink pen or nothing.
But didn't you get there because you was breaking the law yourself?
The Supreme Court said inmates don't lose their rights when they go through their rights don't stop at the front gate when they enter.
I know, but you threw duty and stuff on these people.
I still have rights. They got due process and all that. They got to go through the process. It's just what their system has even wrote down. It's just their laws and things. So you cannot use food as a punishment. That's called cruel and unusual punishment.
You threw the food, though.
I'm talking about the time when the guards would come through and take my food and just throw it through the bowels.
What did you do before that? What caused them to do it?
Look.
They just walked up to Fleece Johnson and said, okay, let's throw his food in there.
I've been throwing shit on them.
Yeah, that's right. They at that point, they had a right to.
They rules and regulations say they don't.
But your rules and regulations said what?
My rules and regulations said, what did they do to me to cause me to throw duty on them? Go to that. Don't go to what I did to make them do that. Go to what they did to make me do it.
Telling you can't have a pencil and you get mad.
No, it ain't.
It's little bitty stuff.
It wasn't no little bitty shit.
They tell you know about something you want to,
okay.
Duty on the lady's desk.
They treated me like shit and they got shitted on.
Oh, okay. Now you crying.
Right.
Now you crying. Why?
I'm not crying.
Why?
They the one did the crying. They the one that ran to the lawmakers. Y'all need to stop him. They the one that went to the army and hired people out of the army to come in there and
so you wasn't supposed to get nothing to happen to you in prison.
Man, I didn't give a fuck if they gave it to me or not. If you denied...
See that attitude?
Yeah, if you deny me something that I know is my God-given rights and the rights up under this Constitution, if you deny me that and then try to prevent me from exercising my right to go into the courts and to let the courts know what you're doing, to do everything legal, and you deny that, I'm going to fight you like a dog. I'm going to fight you like the dirty dog you are. I'm going to fight you worse than you ever been fought in your life.
So when you first got there, they denied you your rights, and that's what
they
turned
were
in.
They denied everybody their rights when I first went there. How many prisons, let gay people get married in their church?
I don't know nothing about
People were
that.
shooting dope in the church. They was fucking in the church in that prison. That prison was infested. Guards were just beating people, walking up on, like, buck the land. We got a land, they say don't buck the land. It's a long land. You see your friends up, but they say, come on. And you get caught. If anything, pull him out of the land, write him up, put him in the hole.
No, you still not following the rules.
That do not give you the right to take a billy club and hit somebody in the head with it, man. And I seen Kenneth Sands get beat like that, and he was from our city. And the guard that did it, he was nasty, man.
And you had to get him.
I got all of them. I'm like, man, who they think they dealing with? It's just like, have you ever asked yourself why? We know why people had slaves. The purpose of a slave is work. That's a whole...
Free labor.
Free labor, cheap labor, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You don't have to pay them shit.
Right.
They your slaves. You can put up skyscrapers with them. Free.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was the whole purpose of them. So...
What was the difference between slavery and imprisonment? What's the difference?
Well, they under different laws, different rules, regulations, and all that.
It's still free and cheap labor.
Yeah, it is free. It ain't too much different. But I'm saying they have a system where people don't realize why did a slave. I mean, you can tell me you my slave. I can tell you go fuck yourself. And make you kill me. Man, I'm not shit. You ain't gonna wipe me out like that. I'll fight you. Why did the slaves lay down? What was the technique that they used to make a whole generation of people say, okay, I'm your slave?
They probably killed a few of them. Hurt some of them, killed some of them.
What system brainwash with torture or whatever you want to call blended with it, did they use to make all these people say, you can rape my mother, you can rape my sister, I don't care, you the boss, you the master, we gonna do what you tell us. And they would do anything. They sat there and watch them. Your daughter can be 12 years old. If they want her, they'll get her. And when they send her back, so my thing is, whatever the technique was, whatever the brainwash was that they used back then, fear, intimidation, or whatever, it don't work with me.
It worked at some point.
Not with me.
In prison, you never did what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, I did a lot of what I was supposed to do.
What they told you to do.
What I knew was not wrong to do.
They told you to do it, though.
It don't matter. It wasn't the wrong thing to do.
They told you when it's time to eat. When it's time to go take a shower, you take a shower.
I'm in their house.
Okay, they was telling you.
You can't come in nobody's house and tell them how to, when you gonna eat.
They was telling you then. They was telling you what to do.
Yeah, they told me what to do.
And you know if you didn't do it, what was going to happen?
I demonstrated in that penitentiary and made it quite clear to the whole Kentucky penal system that I changed the things I won't do.
But like I said, you did.
I did
what they told you to do. That's what the slaves did. They did what they told them to do.
They did shit that wasn't
Y'all was
good
a slave.
to do.
You a slave when you was in prison too. You was a slave in prison.
You a liar. You a liar. You try to...
They told you what to do. You did it. And if you didn't do it, you was going to stay there.
It's time to eat. Yeah, I'm going to eat. I'm in your house. You tell me to
They told you get in your cell, you went and got in your cell.
When it was right time.
No, when they told you to.
Man, that was time when I say fuck you.
Man, when they told you to, you went and got in your cell.
You're a lie, man. You're a lie. Now, everything that was easy to do.
They told you sit down, you sat down.
I agreed to one thing.
You agreed to be a slave.
I know I committed crime.
You agreed to be a slave in prison.
I know I got convicted. I know I went to prison. And I know prison ain't a place resort. Prison is supposed to be a place of punishment, all this stuff, right?
It's a place of slavery.
And you call it, yeah. And so when I get there, I see their rules and shit. The rules that I see in my bed, like a waiting line, everybody standing in a single line while you go through the canteen, I get your food. That's a lot better than everybody trying to pal at the window at the same time. So I agree with that rule.
Mm-hmm, okay.
It ain't bad.
Okay.
When they had basketball, you go in the gym, you want to shoot basketball. I agree with the rule that you got to hand them your ID with your picture on it. They give you a ball. When you're done using it, you turn it in. Get your ID back.
Right.
It beats a lot of people trying to hog the ball up shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so little rules like that I knew wasn't bad, like when it's time to go eat, you know, you get your tray, go sit down at the table, and everybody eat politely and all this stuff. I can agree with that. That's reasonable. But when you come with some real nasty shit.
Like what? What rules they got in there that you didn't abide by?
Reckless eyeball.
What, staring at them?
A woman walk by and you look at her like that.
And they put you in the hole?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay then. If you didn't go by the rules, you got punished. Why didn't you say, no, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here.
Johnson, you got
tough guy. Tough guy. Why you staying? Why you go? Why you let them put you in there?
I got booty. You damn right. Y'all can lock me up the rest of my damn life. I'm gonna look at that ass. That's what I told them. Lock me the fuck up.
And they did.
And they stopped that rule. It ain't there no more. I showed them that man, we ain't gonna stir at the ass. When I go in front of that committee, you got written up for reckless eyeball, and how do you plead? I said, damn guilty. If you think I'm not gonna look at a fine woman, man, fuck y'all.
Okay, what other?
That's why they write me up forever.
What other rule?
Man, they got a lot of rules.
What rules didn't you follow? They changed that one, but what rules didn't you follow?
That's a lot of them I didn't follow.
And you ended up in the hole.
And didn't give a fuck.
You still end up in the hole. Why you end up in the hole? Why didn't you tell them, nah, I ain't going to no hole?
No. Are you going?
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
They got enough, but did they put fear in me?
No, it didn't put fear in you, but you went.
The fact that you got a weapon, the fact that you outnumber me, the fact that your system has billions of dollars in its reserve, that you can call on the National Guards if you really need help at the prison, and all this stuff to deal with.
It scared you, didn't it?
No, it didn't scare me. I was one person with eyes against me, but you know what? I chose to fight. You know what? Kill me. That's all you gotta do. I took a cup of shit and slayed them with a cup of shit at the whole penal system. And they hate it. That a black man came in their system, defied them.
After they changed the law, why you stopped doing it?
Defied them.
Why you stopped doing it after they changed the law? No. You tough. Why you change? Why you stop doing it after they made it a felony? Why you do it?
I know.
You already gonna be there for the rest of your life. Why you change? Why you stop doing it?
Yeah, I was done with it.
Why? No. You was done with it when they passed that law. No, when they passed that law, you was done with it.
I wanted them to know I got your ass. You ain't gonna get me back. You hoping? See, here's what they was hoping. That when they came out with the law, they was hoping that I still do it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Kentucky system, they can hit me with an enhancement sentence. Because a lot of them that still did it, they took it from 3 years to a life sentence. They gave them life sentences. I told everybody, cut it. The ones that continue got life sentences. And they still in out doing them.
You didn't know you was gonna get out though. So why did that matter?
Look, listen. When I fight for one thing, to win. I want my enemy to know you lost. I'm not gonna put an enemy in a position to think after I done whooped your ass and now you coming with some more shit. The fight's over, bro. Whatever y'all doing, I'm gonna fight me on this end now. I'm done with that end. I'm not gonna give you a chance to catch up, to take me through a lot of shit. I done already won that 6-year battle. For 6 years, I threw shit on the whole system. The whole system in Kentucky then. All of them. They hate me so bad that they had to fabricate shit and put it on the internet. He was raping 100 inmates in there. He took everybody's booty. Nah, I took your ass. I took your ass and whooped your ass. And with all that foul stuff you said about me on the internet and all the foul stuff you did to me in the penitentiary, you think I'm gonna come out here and forget it? I'm a warrior. I can fight like a pit bull to the death, to anybody. But what I'm saying about slavery and laying down and all this stuff, okay. Let's say right now, like a black dude told me one time, he said, man, you know what? White people scared of black. I said, man, are you crazy? Who told you that? Scared of, how can somebody that had your whole generation as slaves be afraid of you? For what? They done already conquered your generation. Slaved them, whooped their ass, all that. Just facts. They didn't do it in my generation, but they did it. And they ain't scared of shit. Whatever changed them to make them start treating people different, you better hope it stays like that. Because I tell you what, if it ever goes back to that, we all know everybody ain't gonna go with it. But when you crush the resistance, the group that is mainly opposed, when the resistance is crushed, everybody else gonna fall in place. They gonna go right back to it. So it's already known, And so I'm not fearing none of that shit. I'm just saying I'm at the age now, I'm 67. I'm on my way out of here. I give myself 25 more years and I'll be glad to leave this world. But until then, I'm living my life and I didn't catch no ass to get through this life. And the people that did me wrong in the penitentiary, they're supposed to be so powerful just because they got power and the agencies and billions of revenues, and it don't mean shit. I just like all the stuff going on now. Ain't got nothing to do with me, cause I'll tell you what. I try to be fair. A team player. Majority wins. The majority of the votes put that man in office. The majority of the votes said he can't get impeached. The majority of the votes said it's the majority.
All right.
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm saying this, I don't care what his agenda is. But if he got an agenda to take and flip back time, I will be one of the resistance. Yeah, I will.
Well, check us out. You showed us how to light a cigarette with the plug outlet, the electric outlet last time.
Yeah.
You want to show us how you set up the tobacco to be Keister so you can sneak it in?
Oh, man.
In prison?
Yeah, I'm going to show you. First of all, this is a bag of tobacco. Look at that. 6 ounces. That's a lot of tobacco, man. I can take this bag of tobacco and get $500 for it in prison in Kentucky because they outlaw smoking. So what you want first is a bag, a toilet paper roll, See the hole in the toilet paper? Stick the bag all the way down in there like that. Then you take the tobacco and you just stack it in there. And you stick it in there. And you'd be surprised how much tobacco you get there. Kind of dampen it a little because when you get it to its destination, whoever you kinking it for, they gonna let it dry out and then re-roll it and sell it.
You dumping a whole bunch of money on the table.
Well, I had money to come off the table. Because I was in prison, right here, that's about $25. This little scrap right here, because you can make cigarettes out of that and sell them, each one for $5. They don't care how small it is.
Now you gonna get that whole bag in there, stuff it down in there, and it goes up your butt.
Yeah.
To sneak it in.
Yeah, sneak it into prison.
Is it that serious?
Yeah, it is. If you want to smoke, if you like smoking cigarettes and you paying for somebody to bring you some cigarettes, yeah, you want your shit. And it's that, yeah, that's serious, because people go crazy and think of me. You got people that smoke 2 to 3 packs of cigarettes a day out here. Their nerves go bad, all this stuff. So if they in a penitentiary or prison that don't allow you to smoke, period.
Man, that whole bag's not going in there.
What do you think's gonna happen to their mindset?
They gonna quit smoking?
Now they gonna go crazy now. Them are the ones that'll stab you. They go crazy, they flip out, they try to kill themselves, try to commit suicide. They just go nuts, man. Get on a whole lot of medication until they on too much to where they can't come off of it no more. And their mind is just tore up. They're like a vegetable, man. They turn into like a vegetable. And yeah, like a vegetable. And so
you must be out of practice, because that's already almost full.
Is it? I must be. I've been doing this stuff for 40-something years and paying attention. That's something you don't never forget how to do, is how to swindle stuff in that prison. Never forget that, buddy. No, sir.
That whole bag's not going in there.
Well, we'll see, buddy.
Yeah, there's no way.
Okay.
There's no way you're going to get the rest of that in there.
There's no way that I was supposed to even get out of prison, but I got out.
You ain't going to put that whole big old thing in there.
You know, that's what they said. You'll never get out. You got 40 years. When I put me in a hole, give me 12 years in a hole. You'll never get out. Shit. I proved them wrong. See? You gotta prove people wrong, man. You gotta know how to prove them wrong. Yeah, get on down there, baby. Sometimes it takes a little work. You be sitting in your cell, man.
You got plenty of time. So.
Thinking about all the money that you gonna make off of this. A little pinch of this is like $100. So you getting this ready, boy. You can get your pay on. Yeah, all you gotta do is take it over to the hole, to whoever sent for it, they paying you good money, man. Bring it over here, man. I'll pay you. You got that, bro? I'll bring this shit over. Ain't nobody sending me no money from home. I ain't gonna suck no dick. I ain't washing nobody's clothes out. Being a pack mule, carrying people's contraband and shit. Just to live, man, off some noodles. I sell this tobacco. I take this to the hole and make all my money. But I think you're right. All of it ain't gonna fit, but we got a lot of it that did. We got enough to make some money, big money. We got enough to make money, brother. Yeah. So, all that tobacco, man, there's so much money gonna be into this. Inmates gonna be happy cause everybody over. Ain't nobody hear no cigarettes, it's dry over. Noisy, and people going crazy, man. I just need a cigarette, man. Man, a dude gonna bring some over, man. I hope he does, man. I done already paid him. You know, he'll bring my shit, man. Hey, man, will you sell me some? Hey, look, I don't want no everybody hollering my name out when he come over here, cause it'll let the guards know that somebody done smuggled something in the end. Then they'll come and search me down and find this shit, man. Well, when he comes over, what you gonna do? You gonna stick it up your ass? Hell no. I'm sticking that shit up my ass, nigga. I got a motherfucker over here gonna hold it for me that I trust, that I paying.
Somebody got to stick it up in him to get it over.
It's coming up her ass to get over here. But once it's over here, and if I think they get ready to run in here and search me down, I'm not gonna stick it in mine. So that's why I ain't gonna be holding. So after you do this is it. All that tobacco. So you take it out of the hole. And that's how small it'll come out. Turn it off, brother. So, this is what you got.
So somebody's putting that up their butt.
Yeah, this ain't shit. You know, duty come out bigger than that.
Nah, I ain't never had no, nah. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
It's true, you got people in prison try to survive and so now can you unroll this for me? This saran wrap. Now I'm going to put the icing on this baby. Yeah, so now you take it, put your saran wrap down. See, saran wrap is used because this type of plastic going up in your butthole will really irritate your booty. It would probably cut you going up in a saran wrap is like so delicate and stuff, and so put saran wrap around it and and then you cut the little edge off the edge. You got a cutter.
What you need, a blade?
Yeah, anything that you cut through this, scissors, anything. So got it almost ready. Okay, well, they got the bottom line on it, and I do it like this. I take my time. I come on back. I do it like this.
You got a butter knife over here.
Let me see. It might work.
That's why you need to quit smoking.
No, I need to keep smoking.
No.
They ain't gonna do it, but I do it like this. I got my tobacco. It's going over in the hole. I'm getting ready to make me some money, buddy. Yes, first thing you thinking about, man. I'm gonna get this bread, man. This is almost $500 coming here. Dude gonna pay me. I already got the money on my books. His girl done already sent the money, so I'm going to take care of him. You know. But now the people that take it over to the hole, they don't get the 500. They get like 100. The dude, when he gets it, he sells it. You know. So I have to do it sloppy like her. But I'm gonna show you in just a minute how this is done. Cause we gotta get this shit over there, buddy. Man over there ain't got no cigarettes, going crazy. Especially if it's a friend of yours. I gotta look out for my friends, man. I know he's over in the hole. Motherfucker tried him. He whooped the motherfucker's ass. Now they trying to give him forever in the hole because he's black. And the guy he whooped was white. So, they expect his people out here in the hole, out here on the yard, not care about it. But he's my friend, man. I got you, homie. Coming, man. I got you, homie. Man, have you ever did this before, Fleece? Have I ever did what? Stuck a plug up your ass.
You already told us you put a shampoo bottle in there.
Look, you know what? My agent.
You done already told everybody you did.
Okay, now it ain't gonna come out.
A 16 ounce.
It ain't gonna come out the way it's would be if I was locked up because I didn't have all my shit. But this is how it'll look. And then you take it, you got saran wrap. That's enough. Now you gotta wrap this up good. So, and then remember all that tobacco. See, this saran wrap is gonna be good. And then you try to make a little point on it so it can enter your booty. You know, a little point right there. That ain't too big to fit up my ass.
Shit. Come on, man. You crazy. That's ridiculous, man.
So you get up. Man, when you got friends and shit you looking out for.
That ain't no friend.
Yeah, it is.
No, I know the hell it ain't.
My partner's over in the hole, man. He ain't got no cigarettes. They going crazy over there. And I won't help him out, man. So you take up, you take it, put a little, take your, you gotta have this on the right. I'm just doing it now because y'all really don't see. It's not this big. That ain't too big to stick up your ass right there.
Man, you crazy.
And all person do
ain't nothing supposed to, hey, that's enough. That's enough. But don't nobody
go
want to
back up, pop it in.
Yeah, don't nobody want to see all that shit.
Go back there and pop it in. And then when you get to the hole, dude would unwrap it. You done already cleaned yourself before you stuck it in, or you flushed all the duty out of your booty. And with a little hose, set that run water up in you and flush it out. Then you put oil on it and pump it in there and lock it.
And lock it.
Yeah, you gotta go past the hole.
Oh shit. That's enough.
It can't be like some stick.
I know we don't see enough. All right, y'all have a good evening. I don't see enough of this shit.